I'm big into supplements lately. What supplements do you guys like to take on a daily basis?
Before I talk into supplements, my point of view is that it's like the word entails, supplement. It should be supplementing a good, healthy, diverse diet, being physically active, being in a good frame of mind. Now, all that being said, there's some really good data about supplements. There's some questionable data about supplements. One that I take myself is magnesium glycinate.
I love it.
Yeah. So once again, glycinate with a G. You don't want to take the ones that make you go to the bathroom all the time, unless you have a reason to take
Is
that
that
one.
citrate?
Exactly
Yeah.
right. So glycinate. For all the viewers out there, please do your own research. Everything we say, take with a grain of salt. However, I take magnesium glycinate. I take it for neurotransmitter help. It makes you sleep a little bit better. Even if it's a placebo effect, I feel better on that.
When you see that it says 100% for your daily limit, are you taking 100% or are you bumping it up to, some people kind of go overboard?
Sure. I think the 100% is a misnomer. What I mean by that, it doesn't look into a patient's BMI, gender, how old they are, their kidney function, their liver function. These supplements are on a bell curve trying to hit the mass number, if you will. When I recommend, and I very, very rarely do, but if I do recommend, I try to take that all into perspective. What's your goals? What's your objectives? What's your physical health? What's your mental health? What are you trying to achieve? There's no magical pill that'll solve all these worlds, right? So once again, when patients ask me, hey doc, what should I take to optimize my health? Very little question, sit down, we're gonna go deep.
Is it safe to assume that a multivitamin is pretty all-encompassing?
Once again, it really depends on the patient. I think it's a relatively safe value to kind of hit those margins.
I want that magic pill.
Exactly right. I want to feel like I'm 20 again. I want
Yeah.
to make sure that my wife loves me again. I want to make sure the dog comes back, right? There's no magical pill, unfortunately.
No, there isn't. But the multivitamin, now there's a lot of trials that are showing that people aren't absorbing those well. And then out of all those vitamins that are listed there, 300% of something, 200% of something, how much are you actually absorbing? How much are you actually going to need? Those are different numbers. I think what we're overlooking a lot too with these are, if you're getting 1,000% of vitamin C, let's say, how much are you actually going to absorb? And then what is the purpose of the diet? Like, should that be a supplement to your vitamin? No, right? The diet should be the main point. And I think that's what I try to focus in on with most people is what is their actual diet? Are they getting the fruits and vegetables and the servings of grains and all those other things in their diet versus trying to add all that through supplements?
I love that.
Which I think is a common mistake that people make.
And going on Dr. Kouzov, the diet part. So my patients say, hey, I'm going on a diet. I don't like the word diet, I like the word lifestyle modification. We're not going to go on a diet, we're not going to go off a diet. How we can change things for the better. I think eventually I do want to, we should probably talk about injectables. GLPs are all the rage, right? But who's looking at how long? Are you on it indefinitely? When do you stop it? And the data is very murky.
Yeah, and what happens when you stop it?
Exactly right.
Does all that weight come back? It seems like so far studies are showing that it is coming back. So
100%.
that means that the lifestyle change didn't occur. And that's why combining an injectable with a dietitian, or at least an action plan of diet change, of exercise change, that's the real way to go for like longevity.
Exactly right.
Do you think all these GLP-1s out there, they're stifling hunger, but I feel like there's a lot of maybe malnutrition that's going along with it? Like,
yeah, I think what you're saying is that people's diet isn't improving. It's that they're eating less, but they're eating less of a bad diet.
yeah.
Kind of what they had before, they're just eating less of it as opposed to improving their diet into one of those like quote unquote Mediterranean diets that we usually try to recommend.
Yeah, I think before these GLPs came into play, we were inadvertently trying to stave off hunger. So increase your protein, increase your fiber. Why protein? Why fiber? Make you feel fuller longer. How do GLPs work? They make you feel fuller longer.
Yeah.
Right? So when you're not feeling that hunger, you probably make smarter food choices as well, like Dr. Kouzov mentioned too. On the flip side, once you get off these medications, then what? You go back to your bad habits, so to speak. Well, watch your weight come right back.
Can you get a blood test to figure out what supplements might be best for you specifically?
There are some websites out there, some companies that saying that will make a very direct supplement based upon your blood work.
And genetic testing.
Genetic testing, yes, sir. I haven't seen any good data. I'm kind of questioning that.
Well, we're working towards it.
I want that.
I think that's something that people are working towards pretty diligently. And there's, we've seen those big booklets where they give you like 1,000 different foods that you can eat. And you absorb these the best, and these are moderately absorbed, these are poorly absorbed. With the green, yellow, red sort of stoplight colors. Is that real? How can we know that for sure that that's the actual way you would actually absorb them?
Sure. I feel the same way about patients who do the all-white diet or all-yellow diet or calorie counting or carb counting. In my humble opinion, these become very quickly complicated. So when you go out for Indian or Chinese or seafood, how do you calorie count that? How do you do how much macros and micros? There was a very well-known saying that, eat your medicine.
Yeah.
Right? Not too much, mostly carbs. I think that's probably the easiest way to be healthy in that regard.
Yeah, mixing all kinds of colors. I mean, I also think about like the classic, have you ever gone to the grocery store hungry?
Oh,
and
yeah.
what do you buy when that happens, right?
Everything.
You're getting all kinds of candy, all kinds of other foods, and that's what we're trying to stave off with those GLPs and like more fiber in the diet is making you make those better choices because you're not starving.
Life hack: don't go shopping on an empty stomach.
Yep, not to the grocery store.
You heard it here first.